So, hi, I'm Bhawesh, and this is how I learned to create games. Yeah, so my hometown is in Jharkhand. It's the coal capital of India. It's Dhanbad. So I've been there till my 12th. After I done with 12, then I moved to Bangalore for my BTech. So fun fact, if no one knows, I'm not yet graduated. So yeah, my 6 months of journey is still there for college, but still, I'm a game developer and working in Kwalee as game programmer. I would say the most old and the most fun memory I remember is me playing with my big brother. So the first game I remember playing with him is the Road Rash. And how we used to do it is like we used to take turns, and one guy used to control the bike while other used to hit enemies. So sometimes he would do it, sometimes I would do it. So it is fun playing, but the major fun of me remembering is at least every 15 to 20 days, we used to break one keyboard playing it. So just with smashing and all the things, I still remember every month my dad used to be like, what are you guys doing? Like, how can you break so many keyboards? Are you playing cricket with the keyboard or what? Like, what is happening? But yeah, so the Road Rash is the one. When after that, then it's the PS2 era. So yeah, that's it. So PS2 में तो multi games was there. The how it went is ki I never been that like in that like be the school time I was like that guy that is above average but not the top. You know the middle. That's like at least you get compared to the top, but you feel like at least you're better than some. So you're okay with that. So I've never been that person, and by class 10th, it's been a seem like normal journey. The only thing I would point out is ki I think I got introduced to C++ or visual scripting, something like that in class 7 or 8. And I knew ki programming is something that I want to do. Like it was not the immediate thing, okay, programming is something I like, but it starts from the road rash again. Ki, playing games made me attached to the computer itself. And it's just not the games that I explored, but everything. Be it shortcuts, be it, downloading malicious files, corrupting Windows multiple times, decrypting everything, DLL files, editing it just to, what will happen. So yeah, my curiosity started from there. Then programming properly came, and like that was the only class I ever top in, that is like the programming and the computers. So yeah, from class 7 only it was there, and like it was so good, or I was so into it ki everyone in the home also knew, be it my cousins or the family members, ki he's going to do something regarding computers. So when the choice of that science and commerce came, I didn't think only about physics, chemistry, ki, okay, I need to study this, be it my ignorance or whatever you might call it, but I just took science because I wanted to learn programming. That is after I came 11th, then I got to know, oh shit, I need to study physics, chemistry, and all those things. See, maths is something I enjoyed because I don't know, just I enjoyed doing maths. So after that, 11, 12, somehow I managed to get off, and 12th ka both. I still remember chemistry, I passed with 1 marks or 2 marks or something. Physics, it's fine, but chemistry, I passed with 2 marks. Then JE advanced, the normal journey, I didn't qualify for anything. I did Comet K, and from there I got in like a college in Bangalore. And one good thing was my brother and sister were that time staying in Bangalore, so I was like no second thought, and I just joined them. So my first year was in COVID, so that went enjoying. Nothing, no studying, no nothing. I came to college in second year, and it was like for the first few months I had that thing, okay, I need to make impression, I need to talk with everyone. But then I started to do, no, that's not the only thing. The reason I started the whole journey was because I wanted to do coding. So I started with the thing the majority of the Indian folks or the Indian students I see start is web development. And I did React, JS, Angular, and all those things, and I started freelancing. And freelancing I used to earn quite a good, and from that I got an internship in using React. So I did the 3 months of internship, and during that, I think after this first month was training, and after that, I think the as soon as I got assigned to the first project, I think after 10 days of working with it, I knew it. This is not where I belong. I can't do this shit. So I continued to just kill off the internship, and then like completed the internship, and then I got to the phase ki, what should I do now? Like I like to program, and I know I love to develop. That much I knew, but then what to develop I could not figure out. So I thought it might be just simple softwares. So I tried to hackathons, and it was like, okay, fine, I'm also fine with it. But then I think what happened was ki I was sitting in Discord with my some friends, and we were just talking about some game and like developers that work on the game and something. So I don't have it's something like that. So that just clicked. What if it's like game development? That's also a good thing. I like to play games from the very beginning. I like to code. That's just like game development. So I went in and I just started searching for like the first thing comes up with like it's Unreal because it's like good graphics is there. So like, oh, who doesn't like graphics? So let's try with Unreal. So I tried for like 15, 20 days in Unreal, but I didn't see any kind of good progress. So then I shifted to Unity, and the best thing about Unity was ki at least for the start, the Unity itself provides some kind of like learn Unity course. And along with that, what happened was ki I was going through it, and the same time there came like opportunity in the college to apply for like what is a Connect project. Yeah, so like Industry Connect project with Nokia where they were using Unity as to simulate the whole environment. So I applied for that, and like because of that, I think it was in the third year to fifth sem. Yeah, it was starting of the fifth sem. So that was the huge turning point because it was a 6 months of project, and 6 months of project. Because of that, I didn't have to go to college anymore. Since it was a connect, they delivered the attendance criteria for me. So after that happened, what I did was I continued learning Unity. I completed the whole project, and after the project finished, what happened was I realized I required a particular structured course somewhere. I need to learn how to code properly and do everything. Like the YouTube tutorials are there, but once you get the used to hang of Unity, you will understand what is bad and what is good concepts. And most of the things that I saw in YouTube were all game jammy. So that's like get the stuff done, not like how the industry will do it, but just get the stuff done. So after that, what happened? I guess the time was around November or December. So my first initial thought process was to graduate and then go do masters in game development in some UK or US college or somewhere. So I was just looking for courses online, and that's how I found Outscal. So Outscal was providing course, and the first impression I had was okay. It's an Indian edtech company. How will they teach? It's a big question mark for me. So that time, what happened was I thought since I did the joint project with Nokia, I can easily get internship anywhere. Company name is there. I didn't know shit about Unity, but I thought I will get it. So I just went to LinkedIn. I was just started connecting with people, and I talked to an alumni of Outscal, and I just asked him, okay, I see you have done studying from like you did game development from here. How is it? Like, should I consider? Should I not consider? Like, what's going on? So yeah, I had a brief talk with him, and he's like, bro, the thing is good. Just if you're really into it, you can try it out. It's like it would really help you. So then, since I already used to do freelancing, I had few money left from there and few I took from home, and I just joined it. Let's see how it goes. Like, let's see the investment, like a basic investment. It will bad or good. We'll see after it. So I just joined, and the best thing happened was even after the Nokia thing ended, because the Nokia was such an important, crucial thing for the whole department. After that, I didn't have to go to the college. So that I think from that semester, every semester I've only gone to give exam, and that has been like go to my like it has been such a bad cases sometimes. I went to give internals, and even teachers are confused. Are you even in that class? So, but yeah, doesn't matter because I had that HOD permission and whatnot. So then I started Outsky full time. Like I used to give it to that. I made multiple projects, and just after I think 5 to 6 months, I was ready to start applying, and that's how like applying and then gotten Kwalee. So yeah, that has been my whole education journey right now. I think 7 months of still college is left. I don't go, but yeah, still left, and let's see. I think the majority of the thing died. Like how it started was I told them the Nokia thing I got it. So they thought how it is. So I told I was just messing around with some game engines, and like most of the stuff they don't understand. So they're like okay, whatever you do, it's fine until unless you know what you're doing. So but then when I told okay, I'm start thinking of making games, and this is what I'm thinking of my future, they were at the setback. They don't know how it is. So they generally ask me, do you think it's enough? Like, can you make a living out of it? And I would say it was a little bit, it was not conventional, but they had a little bit belief on me because they used to know I used to do freelancing and stuff. So they knew, okay, I'm not just saying something on the whim. have something to. I thought about it and then answering. And the big hand in this was also played with my big brother. So he knew about the market and he knew how well games do, and there are developers out there that make a lot of money. So he knows if you are able to do it correctly, you will make money. So my brother was like fully on my side, and because of that, it was not that hard to convince my mom and dad. I come from a Marwari background, so everything they were concerned about was money. So I was like, no, you don't need to worry about it. The only thing I'm asking is like the little bit money that I need for the Outscal fees, and that's it. And after that, like once I get the job, so nothing is there. So yeah, it was pretty good. And since I think the most that happens is in the Indian environment, at least, mom and dad, they don't know what you're doing in a computer. So I think in IGDC, Mayank sir also told just do it off now. Once you get, then tell your parents. So I see that's a good option to keep it every time. Yeah, once you have done it, just do it, because they are not coming and seeing what you're doing. Even if they come and see, they hardly. I don't think there's a vast majority of the parents won't even understand what you're doing. So it's fine. I would say the mini games or the math exam that we used to make had a deadline of 3 to 4 days, and that like hardly I ever met. So that date wala is the only challenge I ever faced. Other than that, I didn't face a challenge. Everything else was pretty smooth, right? Any doubt and I had, so the Discord community and was always there for us. So yeah, that's it for the challenge. That's like the time constraint thing. But I now know how important it is, because I'm working in the creative marketing at Kwalee. So generally, not right now, but once we get into the season, we need to complete a project between 1 week and 1.5 weeks. That is considering the artist team as well. So time constraint is important, and I think it just makes you better. So that's it. And for the good part, okay, where should I start? Everything was like, okay, the first thing that surprised me the most was the whole code review thing. So what I'm used to, it was what is the thing I expected it was there will be some AI bot sitting over there that will just play and see if the test cases match, and that's it. But no, when I go okay, someone is going through it, and I was surprised okay, this can also be a model, and someone is going through it and reviewing it. That point that I never thought I will be one of the code reviewers now, but yeah. So yeah, but yeah, that was the most surprising thing about it, and the most thing I talk about with anyone I just tell about Outscal is there is a person over there that is working in an industry that's gonna see your code. I think there's nothing better you can get in from our thing. And the second thing will be all those self-round, the interview preparation rounds, where you have a list of questions, talk in the camera. So that's the best way to prepare for an interview, I think there is, because most of the interviews, at least after the COVID, is happening over Zoom, and it's preparing for that. It's very easy. Even at the start, I was stumbling, but once you go every module, you are going through it, and pair the round is also there. So the interview preparation just lets the inner you come out more easily. So be it, dodging a question, or be it answering perfectly, or, structuring the question, everything that helped a lot. So yeah, those two things, I would say for me, was the core best thing about the whole experience and studying over there. And the third thing is the Discord community. That's for the doubts, that's the best. You will get an answer. I know it'll take some time sometimes, but yeah, we get it. That's it. Talk about the game I made after I completed the course. I think that's the best to talk about. So after I was done with everything, I made a slime starter game. So it was kind of art style. It was kind of similar to Pokemon games, but it had the whole RPG vibe to it. So the best thing about it was even though it was a 2D game, I made the whole AI detection system on my own. So whole AI was written by me. So after I did that and it was working flawlessly, I was like, damn, now I can do it, because that AIs were AIs didn't have a fixed path. I didn't use an AVMS. What I did was raycast is being thrown out, and it is finding the spot to go without colliding with the object near to it in a set radius to do it, and it won't it will find a road that not even congested a lot. So if you have 10 enemies in there, 5 enemies are going by it, and if some enemies are nearby, they will automatically slow down. So to not congest a route, you take the another route. So all that system, putting it to one place, making it performance as good as I can, and all the different element, be it sounds, be it with animation tweaking, be it whole combat thing that I put. It just after that I was like, okay, if anyone sees this project, the code I have written, I would be just get selected. Like at least my the resume will be passed, and I had that confidence. Okay, I just need to get the resume thing. When I'm inside the interview room, job is mine. I had that. For me, the interview journey at the Outscal was a pretty short one because Kwalee was the I applied for two companies. One was Kwalee and one was a startup. So for the startup, they had a simple assignment. I made it, I submitted, and it was in Bangalore. So they just called me to show the office around. I had a talk with them, but I didn't end up choosing due to some reasons. But during the whole process, the how Outscal helped me the most was, even though I'm a like I can answer the questions, but there are some etiquettes or some way to deal with some situation. So I will tell you an example what happened. So exactly what happened was ki during my quality interviews, as my interviews were going on, so it took me around 1 month of interview time. Like it was like there were so many rounds and so many different people I had to talk to. The whole process took me around 1 month, and in between, like I didn't have a particular date. After I submitted the assignment, there was a long weekend, so even the colleges were off. So I went on a Goa trip. So I went on a Goa trip. I got a call second last day. Ki, okay, your assignment is shortlisted, this and that, and when are you ready for the call? They wanted an immediate call, but since I was in Goa, I was like, no, I can't have this. So I was like, okay, let's just shift it to the next possible day. That is like the day I'm coming back. So I told, I think it was like Thursday or Wednesday or something, okay, I will be back around 11 or 12, 11 a.m. or 12 p.m., something like that. So they assigned two meetings continuously from 3 to 5 and then 6 to 8, something like that. So what happened was, 3 to 5 I attended, and the 3 to 5 it was a should be a 2 hours, but it was a technical round, and like everything, it was so easy, and like not so, like it was so easy because of the thing, it got over in around 1 hour. So after that I had a 2 hours ka buffer, so I just slept off and I forgot to put alarm. So the second round, and the worst part about was the second round was with the department head. So the whole creative head was some UK guy I had to talk to, and so yeah, that happened. That screw up happened, but yeah, I talked with Malhar. I had a brief call with Malhar about it, and he just told ki just tell off in the key something happened and you could not join, something in that regards. And it was like the most scariest part about me, because I was like, oh, I just effed up, like, because my only thing was going on with the like it's the head of the department, so I don't know like how to all the reaction thing will go down and something. But Malhar was there, so he just calmed me a little bit down and was like, no, it's fine, it happens, you can just leave a mail, leave a text to the HR, and it will be done. So yeah, I tried calling to the HR, because even HR tried to call me. I had like 4 missed calls from the HR, but my phone died, so I could not do anything. So I just picked up, like I just tried calling her back. She didn't pick up. I thought it's like outside the working hours, so it might be something like that. And like I left a mail for the next whole day. It was like my heart was pounding. Oh my god, what will happen? But yeah, they reached back. It's like, okay, it's fine, it happens, and that's it. But yeah, everything was like that. And the second comes the whole negotiation phase. So even though the whole negotiation phase, it was pretty tough, because it's pretty hard to negotiate with a company, and being a fresher and not even graduated it lead to a little bit of back and forth with the HR. So yeah, I think during negotiation I talked with 3 different HRs. I don't know how that worked, but yeah, so every time I had to start from scratch and pull the number up as much as I can. During that also, Malhar was like continuously there. Like he was like, okay, just talk it like this way, talk it like this way, and just don't do this, don't say it this way, and like just small points that he used to give me before every meeting, that I just used to ask him, okay, my non-technical round is about to happen. So just he used to give me a brief small points. Okay, be wary of that, be wary of that. And even if I knew it, it went used to know the pressure, it used to go off my head. But just reminding me of it, it just it kept me in that space. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm at Kwalee, and as a game programmer marketing. So that means ki whatever the live game or a hybrid game is there. So what happens is ki first we think like I would say it's a 30-70 split. 30% is brainstorming a crazy idea that will rule players in for more downloads, and 70% is developing. So the what happens is ki we make, like, suppose they have a game concept. So like for example, the game I'm working right now is a perfect coffee. It's a live game, so anyone watching can go and see. So yeah, so after that what happens is we are planning for a mini game over there. So I don't know how much in detail I can talk about it. Just a small cleaning mini game where you clean the stuff due to the players, like due to the NPCs that happened. So you can have to go and clean those stuff off. So that's the thing I'm working on. I think that much is I can give off. And it's like good working on it, because being in a creative team, it's like, as I told, 30% brainstorming. So what happens is at weekly, I think every Friday we have is a brainstorming session where we just post ideas. Okay, what makes a game look good? This is something my manager told me. Okay, anyone can make a decent game, but selling this game is hard to make the game look appealing to the players. So yeah, so that is the part I work on. And the best part is I would say one more best part is I don't do debugging stuff. I work on proper projects. So yeah, being the fresher, that one question I had in my mind, fuck, what if I get debugging loan? But no, it's not a debugging loan. It's a pure project that I work on. We work with, hand in hand with 3D artists, illustrators, and get the whole thing running. So the perfect way to answer this is, the example I will give is like just happened to me a couple of days back. Is people, generally what happens is people love games. At least my generation, people, like everyone, but like my generation, they grew up with PUBG. It's the class 11, 10, 12, and now they're engineering. So they have that doubt okay, what about the game development field? So whenever someone comes to me and asks, it happened with me a lot, is the first thing I'm gonna ask them is ki, what made the what made you think about joining the game development? Is it the programming aspect, getting to code, or is it the art aspect? Because game development or the game company's whole is very, like, it's segregated into many different roles. You have sound engineers, you have 3D artists, you have model, like illustrators, so many roles. So the first thing what I would say is even like you are like, first figure out what exactly the role you want to go in. And after you have figured it out, like I would say for the programmer, I can say how it works. So suppose now you have decided, okay, the programmer is the stuff that I need to work on. The second doubt that comes a lot of people mind is, do I need to work around physics and vectors a lot? Because that's how the game flow works. I would say, yeah, like for, if you make a very complex system, like for example, I have been like slightly working in the fluid simulation thing. So there is a complex system around it, and you need to know a little bit of maths, and that it's applied, but that comes in a later stage. And by the time you are concerned about that, you will be already be so familiar with the whole base of the thing, how it works, you just need a little bit of maths knowledge. And I would say it's the basic maths that you think, I think, learn in the internet. It's not that trigonometry, the basic trigonometry, not that faltu cut at all, what was sig science, or I forgot. So it's basic trigonometry, everyone knows that, and that is not big of a issue. And they have built-in functions, all that also. So yeah, so that's after that comes okay, where should I start from? The major question. The best place to start from is the first to look out for what game engine you want to be there. So as I told, I started with Unreal, but I could not see progress for myself, and that is the case for many people I talked with, because be it a good, it's not a good thing, but Unity has a way better documentation than Unreal. So for any newcomer to come and get into it, Unity is very easy. So the learning curve of Unity is very easy than compared to Unreal. And the materials available, like you can easily get into Unity programming through YouTube itself than you can get into Unreal, because there are so many things Unreal throws at you, you will get confused what's happening. Well, Unity, even though it's there, but you can get it done because of the number of tutorials and forms and like just everything that exists. And just, I think the next thing is the family pressure. Like we already talked about it, family pressure stays there, but if you can't convince them, don't tell them only. That's the best thing I learned, and that's the thing I'm gonna say to everyone that's gonna ask me. If you know you can't convince, don't tell until you get a job. Anyways, they don't understand what are you doing in your system. If they see you are there and you're coding, they're like, okay, you're working, and they won't bother you anyway. So yeah, I think that's the best way to go about it. And if you know go to, like, if you start as a Unity developer and starts, like, I would say go to the Learn Unity. It's not a good course, it's bad, but at least it gets you started. Okay, it gets you started with basic functions and basic core Unity environment, okay, how it is there. Then you can obviously go to Outscal and just join in there, and that's like you start with C++ over there. So even if you don't know programming, you are interested in that, you're gonna learn from the basics. And if you already know, they have the advanced program, I guess. So in that, you just directly go to the Unity stuff. So yeah, I think that's it. YouTube is there, like so many other platforms are there. YouTube Mabrakis is there, Code Monkey is there, few more other people are there that just do this stuff. They make tutorials out of it. So yeah, you have a whole lot of catalog to choose from, and best is don't think about it, just start doing it. Once you start doing it, you will figure out some kind of way, and it will work out if it needs to work out. That's like, so yeah. And the best thing, the growth is key. I will tell you a small thing key. As per the growth, the what happens is key, be it in different kind of field, you go there and work for the money. Generally, for the, I would say, the 99% of the people that I meet, the friends that I have that are gonna join as a software engineer, are just going software engineering because that's the place that they can make money. Making money is fine, like even as game developer, so I'm making more than the average my college is getting, so like college students are getting. But the thing is key, you seek growth in a place that you want to grow and get the knowledge out of it. And especially in the game dev world, you join this world because you're so passionate about it. So you, when you go there, you will find so many things to get a grasp of. You will be a little bit overloaded once you join. So right now, I think it's been 2 months and I joined, and every single day as I sit in the system, I just talk with my manager, and each day he's teaching me something new. Like the fluid simulation, what I talked about is he who said with me, okay, this is something you might look out, or and this is like how it is working. And that just amazes me every time. Like the fluid simulation, my manager made a system where he like spawned 1 million particles using compute shaders, and then also in Mac he was able to get more than 100 fps. So that in itself was a very big thing to achieve and big optimization to achieve. And the learning aspect as a fresher, as I told, I'm in a creative thing. So that 30% of brainstorming and 70% of making. So every time there's a new crazy idea going around, you don't know even if it is possible to make. You just go in the system, you find some demo scenes. So I just had the demo scene ready. You just go to the feedback loop, you see how you can improve it, and then just start the whole process. The growth is immersed in any field that you are interested in. It's not just the game development field, it's any profession you be. If you are interested in something and you're working in it, you will obviously grow in that. So yeah, that is gonna be there. And finance, it is like, I would say, in a whole world, India is little bit lagging behind key. Okay, the amount of paid to the game developers in the whole world, if I consider. But in India itself, if I consider, like, software engineers, freshers, and web developers, and so on and so forth, I think the average, if you are particularly good skilled, is more than what you will get in those different roles.